y'all. How are you doing? Oh, shoot. I neglected to turn that volume down. All right, y'all. Here I am again. It's another Friday. It's Tammy Martin coming at you with the It's in the Book Show. Now, you heard my intro in the beginning. I need to go back and modify that for me. Anybody interested in sending me something to give me an idea of what I can modify it as, we're going to be running a raffle for that. And those who are interested in entering, you can send your submissions and you can send them to info@krcbookstore.com. Again, that is info@krcbookstore.com. Or you can send me a interest, text me at 832-443-8177. So, and again, that telephone number is 832-443-8177. Let me tell you again what it's about. I am interested in changing my intro for the show to kind of be a little bit more upgraded to where we are gravitating to. The young man, our department did a wonderful job on it, and we're looking to expand that department. So if you're interested in being a part of that, send me something, send me your sample, and we will talk about possibly having you a part of that team. So what does that mean? That means that all the members of the KRC bookstore, all the reviews we do, the page, the group, everything that we're part of that deal with authors, we will make sure that we promote it and it will bring about some business and exposure for your company, and you will get paid. So no, I'm not saying get exposure and that will be your pay. You will actually have a position with KRC Bookstore in our graphics department. So we're looking for some fresh new ideas to, kind of make our intro stand out. Um, I am looking for possibly producers, promoters to be to take the It's in the Book show to another level. I'm looking for those who are interested to attend events and looking to possibly have their vendor fee covered for covering an event to be able to take It's in the Book show to various areas that I may not necessarily be able to take it to because I'm really only one person. Thank God for what He's blessed me with, but I'm still only one person. I do not have the omnipresent presence like He do. So, just in case you don't know who I am, my name is Tammy Martin, and I am your host. I'm also the owner of KRC Companies. KRC Companies consist of KRC Tax and Business Services and KRC Bookstore. KRC Tax and Business Services is still up and running. We are in our latter part of our tax season. So a lot of people that wait around this time are people who have a little bit more complex returns. So your average person that may, that is a tax preparer may not necessarily be able to handle that because that's just not their area of expertise. Everybody has a niche. Everybody has a certain company type of industry that they are very, very familiar in, such as myself. I'm very familiar with authors because I am an author. I'm familiar with the expenses of bookstores because I am a bookstore. I'm very familiar with truck drivers because I do a lot of truck driver returns. So to say that is to say this. This is the part of the end of the tax season that a lot of the tax professionals, tax preparers that come out in the beginning of the season to help you get that quick money. They have the bank products and they help you get that money back as fast as possible. They may not be exactly versatile in the more complex returns. Hey, nothing against you, but everybody has their own particular niche. And because I've been in the industry for 22 years, I am very talented, very experienced in this particular industry. I am a tax professional that thinks outside the box. Certain things that a tax professional, another tax professional may not think like, and because I've been in the industry for a while, I understand the aspect of almost anything could be written off if it's used to make income for you. If you're using your car, it's used to make income for you. If you are going out and networking, you may not make money that particular day, but it's a potential to make money and it's a potential to meet possible clients, people you can network and so forth with. So, it takes a person of a special kind of talent to be able to get in there and do the things that I'm able to do. And it's not, for me, it's not necessarily I'm saying I'm more talented, but I have the experience of knowing certain things, seeing certain things. I stay diverse on the laws. I take the classes and so forth, such as, a lot of tax preparers may not necessarily do that. No, nothing against those people, but this is just in the area of the industry of the season that I generally shine because I think outside the box. And my goal and objective is to help any taxpayer get the best out of the return within the legal limits of the law. I don't shave corners, but I do think outside, the tradition, and I could justifiably write off certain things that another preparer may not be to write off because they can't figure in how it figures in with their business. So to say all this to say this, please make sure you reach out to me if you're one of those people who have a little bit more complex returns, if you have stocks bonds that you've been dealing with and you've been dreading dealing with. We are here for you. And again, my name is Tammy Martin, and I've been in the industry for 22 years, and this is what I do. I do it every single year without fail, back to back to back to back. So, okay, let's get off of that. Make sure you reach out to me, 832-443-8177. So, anyhow, I am here to talk about these books. Now, I have some books right here that I'm going to be talking about. We are always looking for guests, so if you're an author and you're looking to get exposure, you're looking to get on the show and be able to tell your story, to be able to build a rapport with our audience base, to be able to have somebody help you build a rapport with an audience base, or you don't know what your audience base is, definitely reach out to us and we can help you along the way. We have lots of programs for authors to help them with their books. If you are an inspiring author and you're looking to write and you're looking for a coach, I'm not a coach, but I can get you somebody who's reputable. If you have a rough draft and you're looking for it to go to the next level to get the publishing portion of it, I can tell you all day long on how to do it, but that's not my area of target. So I can definitely get you to a reputable person that can help you out with that situation. So, anyhow, again, let's see. I think I need to bring the camera in a little bit closer. But hey, I am still in experimental stages of changing the studio around. If you notice, I'm on the couch. You're able to see my whole entire body. I got my socks on, and I'm nice and comfortable. I got my books right here, ready to talk about. So, without any further ado, we're going to roll into one of these commercials, and then we'll be back with you.
Here we go.
Hello, we're back. Now, that commercial that you just seen, that is actually for my graphics department. He created that for the purpose of showing what he's able to do. Now, I know you see that video. That video looks fun. It has cars racing. It has people running, adrenaline. And the name of the book was, Sexual Terrorism. That is a video that he created for somebody. And he's just showcasing his work. He's stretching his creative muscles to show you what he's capable of doing. He's able to do much, much more. So definitely make sure you get with us if you're looking to get a trailer done, a book trailer. If you're looking to have a commercial done for your business, he can take videos and add them and put a collaboration to them, put transitions into them, so it can make your product pop. And he also did the intro for it. So without any further ado, what I want to do is I want to talk about a few of the books, and we're going to go to another commercial. So we actually have one book here. It's called B is for Bossy. And this book is by Miss Tisha Rose. She is a wonderful, I don't know if you can you see that? Can you see that? Can you see that? I probably need to put the camera a little bit closer. I'll bring it in a little closer. We'll go to the commercial and I'll bring it in closer. You know, when you're playing the many parts of the business, you know, sometimes you kind of experiment. But this particular book, it says B is for Bossy. She actually was awesome young lady. She runs a clinic over in the Third Ward area, and she's really big on good eating, healthy good eating, and she's really big on exercise. So she has a couple classes that she does on Saturdays. The name of the company is Honeycomb, and it's right there on Alameda. Please go check her out. Let her know that you heard about her right on the It's in a Book show. And this is her book. This is her children's book. Very, very beautiful book. It actually is an alphabet book. And she starts out from A, going all the way down to Z. And she talks about very, very powerful words. That's part of the alphabet. Like A is for accomplished. You know, we go out here and we do certain things, and we may not necessarily feel accomplished. And she talks about what it means to be accomplished. And she uses herself for example. So, and then we have H is for hood. And she talks about the hood that she grew up in, and that sometimes she was afraid to walk, and that she accomplished a lot, and she was able to overcome her difficulties. Very inspirational book, very good book, especially for a little girl or a little boy that may be living in a situation that may not necessarily look really promising. Opportunity, always for opportunity. She just sees them and sees them. She sees them and seizes them. She sees them and she takes them for herself. Sees it, she takes it. That's her opportunity. That's hers. Another book, another word. X. X is for Xerox. And Tisha is often copied, but she believes in intimidation. Intimidation is the greatest form of flattery. And then the last letter in the alphabet, of course, is Z. Z is for zero. Tisha likes to write checks with lots of them. One day you can too. In fact, you can be anything in the world you want to be, and you can be bossy like Tisha. So she talks about things that she has able to accomplish. And one of the things she talks about is a scholarship. So it says scholarship for you, $5,000. Congrats. So very, very beautiful book. Very, very touching book. And this is a children's book. And this is a book that you can actually get for your little girl, or even your little boy. This shows a beautiful black face and lets them know that not only can they, live their dreams and they can accomplish their goals, and they don't have to let things around them that may look unpromising to hinder them in what they're doing. So amazing book. So that's the first book I want to talk about, and that's a children's book. Now, what we're going to do is going to do a real quick commercial so I can adjust the camera, and we shall be back. See you in a little bit.
YMRE Media.
Nordenshire Productions. J. Boo the Heartbreaker. It's nothing like working out with your friends in J. Boo the Heartbreaker apparel. You can go to the gym, have fun, relax, and all of this versatile apparel Even when you get a little bit too sweaty, you can feel sexy. J. Boo the Heartbreaker apparel can take you everywhere. Business meetings or just drinks with your friends. And fellas, J. Boo the Heartbreaker did not forget about you. You can look dope in all this apparel. Don't forget to shop today. Make sure you check out www.jboo.com.
If that wasn't enough, check out this merch.
All right, we are back. That was J. Boo, the Heartbreaker. I always like to play her commercial because she inspires me. She's so humble and she's such a hard worker and taking the time out to build her brand of being a fashion designer. That particular line was from her workout line, and she has other lines. So if you're interested in checking out her clothing line, please make sure you reach out to her. Her website is available. Please go ahead and search her out. Okay, the next book we have is by Miss Michelle Phillips, and this is The Dating Game: How to Lose a Potential Mate After the First Date. So this particular book, it says, I am single and dating. Are you struggling in the dating arena? If you are single and dating, are you struggling in the dating arena? I feel your pain. I'm Michelle Phillips, owner of Right to Educate. I write in a hilarious book called The Dating Game: How to Lose a Potential Mate After the First Date. You're smiling already, aren't you? I share my funny date stories to let women know that they are not alone. As a single woman, you will identify with these stories and you will laugh. I promise. Let's laugh together. So, very beautiful book. Definitely make sure you check her out. Definitely check her out, Michelle Phillips. So, our next book we want to talk about is A Missing Rose. This particular book is by Mr. Ozzie Anderson Jr. It is a compilation of poems that talks about his life. It says, From Me to You. It says, The Missing Rose is an inspirational book of poetry containing 50 poems chronologically happy, pain, love, grieving, forgiveness, marriage, to name a few. Basically, being the voice of humans' everyday life experience. Every poem has a unique way to paint a portrait to stimulate the reader's vision, relentlessly uplifting the spirits with a power driven meaning through the hard times, trials, and tribulations we intend to face every day. So that is by Um, Mr. Ozzie Anderson. And this is a book of poems. And I love this book because so often our men are not able to express themselves. And that's one of the complaints that women, always say, well, my man don't talk a whole lot. He doesn't express himself. I be trying to get him to talk about this and that and that and other. He don't want to talk about this. This debunks the myth that men are not able to express themselves. So this is a beautiful book. It says The Missing Rose, and this is on the website. It's only $23. Get it today. So we're gonna be right back with a commercial.
right, everybody. How's everybody doing? Hey, baby. How's everybody doing? I pray that everybody is doing well. This is Cammie M. Lilly. I am in the Dallas, Texas area. I am actually at a book fair. It's a children's book fair. This young man travels around in various areas, and he does book fairs for black children. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to go around to everybody's station and let everybody introduce themselves and about their book real quickly. I'm hoping you can hear me because it's kind of loud. Alright. So I'm going to go first and go see the founder. Alright. Tell everybody who you are and about your book fair. I don't know if they can hear. I'm hoping they can hear. Talk a little loud for me.
My name is Daryl Harvey, and I am the director of the Black Child Book Fair, creator and director. It is a necessary event that promotes black literacy across the country. I created the event in 2019 due to hearing black parents tell me over and over that they couldn't find black content in children's books. So after hearing that for a couple of years, I decided to put together this event in 2019 in Chicago. That was our first city, first event, 2019, a few years ago. And now we are in 2022 in Dallas, and this is the 11th city that we've done this year.
Awesome, awesome. I'm going to step back so I can look at so we can see all the books. You got I Can Do Anything. Then he has Amigo Friend, Alicia's Big Test, My Little Brother, We Don't Have to Fight, When a Bully Picks on You, Anthony Breaks His Promise, and last and definitely not least, Kids Around the World. I always enjoy seeing what Mr. Darrow is always doing because I love the fact that he concentrates on black literature.
All right, we're back. That's one of the many things that we do here at the It's in the Book, KRC It's in the Book show. I had the privilege of attending that particular event. This young man, he actually travels the country, and he takes books by black authors that promote positive black images for our children, and he hosts these various events in various areas. So if that's something that you're looking to be a part of, please make sure you reach out to me and I'll get you over to him. His name is Mr. Daryl Harvey. Beautiful young man. He was actually one of the recipients of the It's in the Book awards. And my thing is, I am a big advocate of support. If somebody supports me, I'm going to try my best and come back and support them in what they're doing. So, amazing young man. He's out of the Chicago area. So, and he goes in various places. He actually is getting ready to go international this year sometime. I can't remember exactly when, but that tells you that this young man works hard to make sure that the word gets out that we have got to celebrate black literature. We've got to feed our children with positive ideas, feed our children with positive words. The world, they beat up on all our children, but unfortunately, with our little black babies, they see things that tell them that they are less than, tell them that the world, society hates us because, things are working against us. And so we have to work just as hard as the powers that be to let our children know that they are important. And this young man, is doing the thing. And we can use so much more help, not just, the book tour, not just the It's in the Book show, not just KRC Bookstore. Join forces with us. We always looking for somebody to help out with the things that we have going on. I don't mind, explaining what we do and what our objective and our mission is. And as long as you can, follow within that line, I would love to have you on. I'm always looking for great new ideas to make things better. So, without any further ado, we're going to move on to the next book. We have this one now. This is actually my book. It's self-published by myself. And this book says, Why Your Refund is So Low, How to Get More Money Back from the IRS in Your First Year of Business. Now, let me explain something. And how I came up with names real quickly. I'm trying not to be long-winded. This is something that I hear from clients, especially business clients that's in their first year of business. They're saying, oh, I own a business, blah, 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 blah. I made this amount of money and, and all this kind of stuff. And their income can very well stay the same with them having been a W-2 employee. But the difference between them is they pay their own taxes and employees. The employer is taking out taxes. So they sit around me and they're like, I have a business. And I'll be like, oh, congratulations, you have a business. Tell me about the business. Tell me about the business. So I was like, do you have bank statements? No. Okay, no harm, no foul. It's the beginning of your business, so no biggie. Then I ask, do you have a profit and loss statement? No, I don't. So I asked all these probate questions and what have you. I said, no harm, no foul. Do you have receipts? No, I didn't keep any of my receipts. Okay, this is the first year, no biggie. We just need to do better for the following year. And then I sit down and I said, well, let's estimate everything. Do you have an office in your home? No, I have a corner in my room that I use. Well, no, you can't use that. You have to have a dedicated space. What do you do for driving? What do you office equipment, this office expenses? I give them the estimated. So no harm, no foul. If you're making money, the reality is you got to be spending money to make the money, some kind of money. So we work it out, and then we put it on the return, and then I present it to them, and they're like, well, why my refund so low? I normally get more money than this. And then I have to explain to them that it's not necessary you get more money or less money. The difference is you don't see the money because your employer takes the money off the top. It's not like it comes in your hand and then they take it away. No, you never receive it, so you don't notice it. You can't miss it. So this is what that book talks about. It talks about various things that you need in building a business. Just some basic things such as registering your business the right way. There are different type of entities you can do depending on the type of money you have coming in, depending on the type of business it is, depending on what your ultimate goal for that business is. What are you looking at as far as your projections, as far as income and all that kind of things. Record keeping. That's imperative. You got to keep your records, not just financial records, but other records. Communication is essential. Communication. You have to communicate with your people that you're servicing. You have to communicate with your vendors. You have to communicate with everybody efficiently, with everybody you come in contact with. Because in order for your business to function, you have to be able to open your mouth and talk. Get a tax professional. Now, yes, I did go there because I believe that everybody that has a business needs to get a tax professional. Why do I say that? Don't wrap your time up to doing all these things that is on the back end of it when you can put all your concentration and your time into making the money. Let us worry about how it goes on your return and how we help you get the best return possible. And zeroing your income out is not always the best direction possible. Realistically, the first 3 years, you're going to take a loss. You got your startup costs, and then sometimes you can carry things over. There's just various different things that you need to know. And most of those things, your tax professional can help you. So I talk about how to choose a tax professional. Business banking. That's imperative that you have to separate your money, your business money from your personal money. But one, it helps you see what your business is doing. If everything is clouded in together and you're seeing that you're making $50,000, you may not be making $50,000. That might be some personal money, that you have off of that. And your business money may be $15,000. So it helps you see what you're doing when you have business banking. Bookkeeping software. that goes back into record keeping. So we talk about all these things in this particular book, and it's a very good book, and it's a tax write-off. So get it today, write it off on your taxes next year. All right, this is another book by the same gentleman I told you about. This particular book says Open Chapter, and this is again by Mr. Ozzie, and he is a poet by heart. He takes readers into the minds of individuals with dreams, goals, aspirations, daily trials and tribulations, plagues, many associated with regrets of never saying goodbye to deceased loved ones through the compilation of inspirational points and motivational quotes. One can start a journey of healing, understanding, and forgiveness of self, discussing unwavering relentlessness aids in individual embarking on personal journey of redemption, realization, and spirituality, and the undeniable popu- population into what we consider to be success. In today's society, unfinished business, open chapter is based on individual lives. This book of poetry embodies the voices of those considered as voiceless and unspoken members of society. Now, let me give you a little context for this young man. He talked about, because he was a guest at one time, and he's a member of the bookstore. He talked about how when his mother got sick, and this is mostly who he talks to, his mother got sick, and you know, we don't think about as tomorrow not being tomorrow. We get up every day and we go throughout the day, we lay our heads down to go to sleep, and we assume we're going to wake up tomorrow. No man knows the day or the hour. But at some point in time, his mother did not wake up because she was sick and he was away, and he dealt with the feelings of regret of not being there for his mother. It was his mother. You know, who doesn't want to be there for their mother when they're going through a trying time in their life and they're dealing with certain sickness? But he was not there. So at some point in time, he had to go through the need to forgive himself for not being there. And sometimes we could beat up on ourselves more than the world beats up on us. With why did I do this? Well, I should have went home. Why did I take the time out to come home on this particular day? But no man knows the day nor the hour. So you have to give yourself a pass for being human. You know, he went off to the military and he lost his mother when he went off to the military. So he talks about that. And not only was it's a healing book for others, but this was a healing book for himself. And he puts himself off into it. He actually has another book that's coming out. It's called Diary of a Mad Black Man. And I had to check and see when that book comes out, if it's been released yet. But I am so excited about that one. I can't wait till it comes out, because I just love his energy. Amazing young man, amazing husband, amazing father. So, and he's a young man on top of that. And he's doing things, and he's doing positive things. And he's not getting upset and tearing up stuff because he's mad because this and that and that and other. He realized the world doesn't owe him anything, and that he has to take responsibility, and he has to just be responsible for his own healing. So I love that about it. So this particular book right here, this is from Miss Contrice. It's a single mother's view, and she talks about in this particular book how she dealt with being a single parent. Now her kid is grown, and she's got to a place where she's came well rounded in her life, but she talks about different things as being a mother. A single mother's view is for any mother that loved, worried, feared, or prayed for her children. I understand that. I understand what we face and the reserve we have throughout the process. But if we have only one faith of mustard seed, be rest assured that better days are just around the corner. We don't always get it right, but we have been entrusted with a blessing that we cannot afford to lose sight of. At times, we don't know how to face another day, but we do it. We will hold on to the hope that our kids will flourish in this hectic world. Through all trials and triumphs, we continue to elevate single mother parenting. Our kids are put to the forefront of our minds so that we can attempt to give them the best advantage in this thing called life. So I love this particular book. Um, she recognizes that this could be any mother, but she specifically talks to that single mother because a single mother has to wear two pants. She has to wear the mother and the father. Now, this is no shade against a father out there doing for her kids, but doing for his kids. The reality is, when you're a mother and you're the only mother in the household, and the father is outside the household, it it everything falls on them. Yes, she could probably call up, dad and say, hey, this kid is doing this, or hey, I need your help with this, but it still doesn't negate the fact that she's still a single mother. So again, it doesn't take away from the fathers, because I know there's a lot of great fathers out there. I had a great father, and my two oldest kids has a great father. So it doesn't take away from the fathers, but the reality is, this is talking to the mothers. And can you turn around and utilize this for a single father? Yes, you can. Because when you're the only person in the household, when times get rough, the kids look to you first because you're right there. Yeah, they can pick the phone, call the other parent, or the other parent comes over every other week, or the other parent comes over weekly, whatever the situation be. The reality is, when you're the only one in the household, it's a lot to deal with. So get this one. It's only $20. I have some copies available if you would like to get a copy. So without any further ado, I'm going to take a really quick break, and we're going to play a commercial. Now, this is going to be a very quick commercial, but it's going to be a commercial nevertheless.
After looking at this, I know what you need. You need a taste of love. And be sure to follow up with Dr. Love at www.atasteoflove.love. After all, I am the only doctor who prescribes wine.
Hey, we're back. That is Miss Benita Ledette. She is celebrating a birthday, so happy birthday, fellow boss babe. I'm so excited to see all the many accomplishments and all the many things that you are accomplishing and doing. And just happy birthday. I pray that you have a very, very blessed birthday weekend. Much love to you. So that is her wine line. So she is in the local Houston area. If you see her come up, I'm telling you, this wine is delightful. Now, I haven't got the opportunity to taste it, but I see the faces, and I know when you're faking, and I know when you're not faking. And these people are loving this wine. They are not faking by far. So make sure you follow her in her wine line. And she also has the unique heart. She has a love in a box. So if you know somebody is going through some grievances, or you know somebody that needs a perfect pick-me-up, these boxes are great. They are filled with love in a box, just like it says. So make sure you reach out and support her. All right, this particular book is by a young lady, Miss Lakeisha Lampkins. It says, "This Journey Thus Far," and this is a book of poems. It talks about life, love, passion, to inspire, to provoke thought, and to entertain. She is a mother of three from Chicago, and she had always had an interest of writing, singing, and the spoken word, women empowerment, and all the things romantic and inspirational. Beautiful young lady. A lot of the authors that are in the bookstore, I have not got an opportunity to meet face to face, but I did get an opportunity to meet her face to face. Beautiful young lady. Her book is only $16 and it's in the bookstore, so please support. All right, we have this one. This particular book, this is actually a journal as well. It's a book and a journal. It has some journal prompts. Now, I tell people all the time, whenever you're going through something, pick a book, pick a journal up. You know, it don't have to be nothing fancy. You just pick up a notebook and start journaling. Start writing down how you're feeling. Start writing down your feelings from day to day. And you can always go back and revert back to it. Now, yes, we can remember, well, one day I remember when I was feeling this way. But do you remember the day, the time, what you was doing when you did so? Because that makes a big difference in how you feel. Because if you're feeling down and out and you reminisce about what was going on in your life when you felt that way, it allows you to get a little bit more in touch with yourself and know a little bit more about yourself. You hear people say, well, I did these things to find myself. And some people will say, well, how do you not know who you are? You have to get to know yourself, and you have to be realistic with yourself, realistic about what your expectations is, realistic about your feelings and the things that you're going through and how it makes you feel when you're going through those things. And that's what a journal will help you do, to go through and write those things down. And you don't try to have to hold it all up in here. I know some of us are young and you like to hold all that stuff down. I don't need to write nothing down. But baby, I'm 45 years old and I would write some stuff down. So this is The Butterfly Transformation, a journaling experience. This is by Miss Tanya Reeves. And this is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And I love how she used butterflies. I love butterflies because I love what they represent. So this particular book, I'm going to tell you about the different phases. I'm not going to read too in depth with it because I want you to get it. Phase 1, metamorphosis. And this is what a butterfly does when it transforms into something. So then it talks about, it has a section in here. She writes a thought provoking. It says, in order to even begin to heal, you must identify and face what or who caused the pain. List them. So you see that beautiful area to write in. And it, like I said, it helps you get in touch. You got phase 2. You got change and transformation. So it gives you a journal prompt in there, and then it asks a thought-provoking question. And the thought-provoking question is, write some changes or transformations that you have experienced to help shape who you are today. So I am really big on the past, people's past. Now, some people will say, well, hey, the past is the past, and you say what the past is. And I disagree with that for the mere fact you have to get an understanding of why a person is this way. And it's no different with yourself. You could be here and you could be bitter, you could be angry, but you didn't get that way overnight. You didn't wake up a baby and just, I can't stand this world. No, you got to a point by something that happened. Something traumatic happened to you. Something happened to you that may not necessarily been traumatic, but it was traumatic to you that shaped who you are. But if this allows you to think back to your past and really, really think about, well, I remember when such and such happened, and this is how I felt when this happened. Because there's some things that happen in your childhood that really, really stick with you. Like some things you can hear when somebody says, well, I can remember when Billy Bob made fun of me in the class because I had went up there with my hair done and I was loving my beads in my hair. I was loving the barrettes in my hair. And he walked up and said my hair was ugly. And that's something that could be sticking with you for the rest of your life. And you don't even realize that's what the situation is. But you will never know until you think on it. And you remember that feeling. You may not remember that, he said something about me, but forget him. I know my hair was cute. It could be Yeah, he said something about me and it made me feel some kind of way. Does that make you a weak person? No, it don't make you a weak person. You're a kid and somebody said something to you and hurt your feelings, and you have a right to have your feelings hurt. But then you have to take that kid that you was at that time and tell that kid your braids were beautiful. Your beads in your head was beautiful. Your barrettes was gorgeous. And you looked cute in it. And you thought you looked cute when you went up there, went to school, and then all of a sudden he said something about it. It still don't negate the fact that I was beautiful. I was cute with my hair. So just let that stick with you. So the next and last book I have for you, this is a book of affirmations. So it says, dream more, affirmations and quotes, self to help unlock love, the greatness within, believe. So it has areas. I'm gonna read you some of the things that it says in here, and I promise you, it will tremendously bless you. This book is in the bookstore as well. It says, I will not worry about anything that is out of my control. Now we around here worrying about things, and we can't do a thing about them. You know, your kid is grown, and he's out there doing this and out there doing that. Don't worry about it. Me personally, my anchor is my prayer. I pray for peace that surpasses all understanding. I pray for protection for my kid. And I pray for whatever happens is what it happens, because I cannot do a thing about what my kid's doing because they're grown. So your happiness lies within you. Know your happiness is not about who you with. You cannot get that good old fine man and all of a sudden you're going to be happy. You cannot get that $1 million car and everything will be all right. If you are unhappy in the place that you're at, no matter where you're at, no matter what your finances look like, no matter what your relationship status is, if you're not happy where you at right then and there, surely the things are not going to bring you happiness, because that's only superficial happiness. You have to find joy. Joy. Joy is, hey, no matter what's going on, I know I'm blessed. No matter what's going on in my life, I know I'm going to be all right. God is going to make a way. He's going to see fit to make a way out of no way, and I'm going to trust him no matter what's happening, what's going on. So, I am not easily influenced by others. Baby, don't sit there and let somebody tell you that you're supposed to be doing this and you're supposed to be doing that because it looks good to them and you know it ain't right. Hello? And last but not least, I am fearless. He does not give us a spirit of fear. Don't fear going out there and failing. Don't fear that it may not work out all right. If you got it in your heart to do it, and you see that, okay, this is what I need to do, whether it is stepping out on faith, moving out of mom and daddy's house, whether it's getting out of that job you may not necessarily like and you want to be self-employed, you know, put yourself in a position to be self-employed. You may not want to just jump out there and quit a job, especially when you ain't got nothing else on, or if you got kids to take care of. You do it a bit at a time. Figure it out. Do your due diligence. Do your research on that industry, and make sure you know what you're doing before you get out there and start doing those things. Don't go out there half-cocked, but don't be fearful. Get it, got it. Let's go. So, without any further ado, we're going to go ahead and roll into a commercial. Then I'm going to come back and talk about some of the events that we got going on at the KRC bookstore. Okay? Get it? Got it? Let's go.
But it's, who wants to look, simple when you can look stunning?
All right. That's that wine again, baby. That's that wine. So, all right. We have quite a few things going on that we have started to put on the calendar, and that is going to manifest. We have the It's in the Book Awards. We did it last year. We're going to do it again this year. It's going to be in the Houston area. We're still putting it together. It's going to be the 29th of July. We're looking for volunteers. We're looking for vendors. We are going over our nominees that we got thus far. If you know anybody that is making a contribution to Black literature, it doesn't matter if they're a writer, doesn't matter if they're an editor, doesn't matter if they are a ghostwriter, it doesn't matter any part of the publishing process or marketing process, because once you get published, you still got to market. So if you play any part in there, or if you're a coach, because you know help people self-publish, we want to celebrate you. We want to let you know that, hey, we appreciate everything you're doing. You're awesome and amazing because you are making a difference. So it doesn't matter the genre that you're in, doesn't matter if it's children's books, inspirational books, we want to celebrate you because you are making a difference in our society. You are making a difference in our communities. So that's what that's all about. Now, we also have the event in Chicago, September, still in the planning process of that. If you'd like to be a part of it in the Chicago area or close to Chicago, please reach out to us. We can always use the help with making that thing happen. We're also going to have the Louisiana event. We decided tentatively on October. We're looking at venues. We're going to be needing some sponsors. So if you would like to either volunteer your time, sponsor your time, or sponsor some funding, please reach out to us. We would love, love, love to have you. Now, this weekend, in the Houston area, they're going to be having the Afro Social Love event. If you've ever been to that marketplace, please make sure you go out and support those vendors. Don't let those vendors go out there and don't see you, because they want to see you. They want to show you their products. They want to tell you about your services. They want to talk to you. So go out there and support those vendors. Generally, they have over 50 vendors that's there. I'm not going to be there this year at this particular one because I am no longer in that particular area. So, hopefully I will get to participate in the next one that they have. Fingers crossed, we'll see what happens. So that's going to be this weekend, and please make sure you look it up. Afro Social Love, AFRO Social SOCA Love LOVE. So definitely make sure you go and you support those vendors. They always have a lot of interest there. Again, unfortunately, I won't be at this particular one due to the fact that I'm not no longer in the area, and so I did enough traveling in the last few weeks, so I gotta stay put where I'm at until these next upcoming events. We're always looking for guests, so if you're an author and you're interested in being a guest, we actually have a guest that has secured that spot for next week. Oh, okay. My Auntie Zola says something. Let's go ahead. She says, put God first and you are you are doing good. Keep the faith. Thank you, Auntie Zola. I appreciate that. Much love. So that's pretty much what we have. We have guests. We do business shout outs. So if you're interested in doing business shout out, it's a very, very economical price. You can't beat it. You can write it off on your taxes. You can do a package where you do several shout outs. We will, if you commit to a month's worth of, to a few months worth of shout outs, we can give you a nice little discount. I'm still working that out because the price that we have is very, very economical. So we definitely want to shout out some business owners. Let's see what else we have. If you are an author and you're interested in having your book talked about right here on the show, we are here for you. So we're going to do a real brief overview of what we talked about. We talked about this book of affirmation. We talked about this journal book, My Butterfly Transformation, a journaling experience. We talked about this journey thus far. I always say thus. This journey so far. I have a habit of using that word. A single mother's view. Most of these books are on our website. Then we have Missing Rose, www.krcbookstore.com. Then we have this beautiful book, Why Is Your Refund So Low? Oh, I was so excited about this. I was super excited. Still am, always excited. Then we have The Open Chapter. You love poetry? Definitely get this one. This is one that's not on our website, but if you're interested in getting this one, I'll make sure I get you to the young lady that wrote this one. This is from Miss Michelle Phillips. Very good book. And I love the humor in it. And then last and definitely not least, this beautiful soul. Now I'm going to tell you about this young lady. I was so blown away. She reached out to me one morning and she was like, hey, I see you have an event coming up. We was having it at the Black store. And I said, yes, ma'am. And she's like, well, I want to be a vendor. I was like, okay, yes, ma'am, wonderful. This is what the cost is. And she said, well, I want to vend and I want to sponsor a spot. I was like, wow, thank you. I appreciate that. So she sponsored a spot and she actually forgot that she had an event that particular week. And I saw on that same day. So she did not reach out to me and say, hey, can I get my money back and all that kind of stuff. She's like, look, that's a donation. Consider it a donation. And she's supposed to come a little later after the event. And she just wasn't able to get over there because she had her own things going on. And she was like, well, look, the books have not came in. That's why she didn't come. The books had not come in. So when they come in, I just donate the books. I was like, okay, wow. So I thought that was so touching. And this is the book she donated. So it's you just don't never know who will come by and bless you in what you're doing. And that really, really uplifted my spirits in regards to that because she didn't know me from Adam. And she came and she donated. And when the books came in, I went up to the clinic. And when I say the clinic is beautiful, I mean, I had a different idea when she said clinic. When I went in there, and I was like, wow, this is awesome. I think they have 10 rooms, 10 um, examination rooms. Beautiful young lady. They do cooking classes there. They teach you how to eat better. And we're not talking about just vegan because a lot of people, when they think about eating healthy, they think vegan. Oh, there's nothing wrong with being vegan. But she's talking about eating healthy. She's talking about exercise, your overall health. It makes a difference. Get your checkups. Um, um, a lot of things that we have going on with ourselves, different maladies and so forth, stand behind how we eat, stress, exercise. So she talks about the person as a whole. So I love that. And please make sure you reach out to her. The name of the clinic is Honeycomb. It is in the 3rd Ward area. Beautiful clinic. Oh my God, I was just so blown away. And I was so impressed with the fact that she came in and supported me. And I will forever be eternally grateful for the gesture. Sometimes it's not, about how much money or how little money. It's about the effort. It's about the principle of it. And me, I'm one of the type of people that I am always grateful no matter what the person does. Whether they think it, they'll say something like, well, I'm just only giving this. This is all I have. And no, it's not all you have. It's what you have. It doesn't matter if it's $5, $10, or $500 or $1,000 or more. Appreciate what people do for you and pay it forward. Pay it forward. So that is the show. If you are interested in being a part of it, please let us know. I'm hoping that this time around that it did not mute my volume because it did last time. So I think I put the right disclaimer on there to make sure they don't mute my my volume on Facebook, and then I had to peel it and all that kind of stuff. I was crazy stuff, but nevertheless, God is still good. If you are watching from YouTube, please make sure you click the subscribe button. Make sure that you hit the notification bell because we always got things going on. If you're looking for something in particular, Please don't hesitate to reach out to us if you want to be a part of this thing. Please don't hesitate to reach out to us. Now I'm going to give y'all the contact information. The website is www.krcbookstore.com. Again, the app is krcbookstore.com all the way across the board. So it doesn't matter if you're on Twitter, if you are on Facebook, if you are on, what's the other ones? Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, or Instagram. It's KRC Bookstore across the board, as well as the website is www.krcbookstore.com. I want to thank everybody who has always supported me. We are growing. I'm so super excited. Like I said, you see, we have the couch. So we kind of have a little studio area. I'm not going to move too much because I had a little spill the other day. So, I don't want to move too much and hurt myself because then you get to see the ugly face after I move too fast and, hurt myself. So, just thank you so much for everybody for what they do. If you watch a replay, please hashtag replay and let me know that you're here. This content is going to eventually be gathered up, edited up, and put on Roku and out in Apple TV. So, with all that being said, until we get to that place, you want to take advantage of the economical cost we have of being a guest, the economical cost of getting your shout outs, the economical cost of having a commercial, because once we take on those other platforms, of course, they are a little bit more spendy, a little bit more overhead, and so we will have to change our cost of our services. If you are also interested in being in the bookstore, you're interested in being a member, please reach out to us. We'll get the information over to you and tell you what everything entails. We coordinate book signings. We do virtual book signings. On not everything that pertains to books, but a lot of stuff that pertains to books. And if we don't do it, I have somebody that I know that's reputable that will make that happen for you. So, without any further ado, we're gonna go ahead and close this broadcast out before I mess around and move the wrong way. You get to see the ugly face, ugly face. I showed it to you anyway, huh? So I want to thank you so much for everybody for what they do. And y'all have a blessed day.